Chloe's been dead for 5 months today. I need to go back. I've tried 100 times by now, but my powers are gone. I've tried to get them back, but nothing works. Maybe this will. I know it's desperate, but it's all I've left to try. Life or death.
What have you done? Time can be undone. Now, how do you feel? Life is something real. Love, where will you go? How would I know? The mess you left behind, and now your mess is mine. Tell me, what should I do? Tell me, what would you do? Some words I couldn't find. Some words you left behind. Maybe that's what I get. There's nothing I would regret. It's time now to say goodbye, but now your mess is mine. 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 Your mess is mine.
A terrified wail starts in Max's throat as the cliff flies up closer and closer, painting vivid images of a mangled body bouncing down all the way to the rocks below. She spread her hands in front of her as if they'd be enough to break her fall. 1 moment later, she was back at the top of the lighthouse. She nearly killed herself, but it worked. But she nearly killed herself, but it worked. She kept going back and forth between her thoughts, horrified and proud at the same time. It took her a while to pull herself back together. Eventually, she took a deep breath and groaned to her feet. She could feel it there again, that otherworldly well of potential, of reality-warping power. It was back within her reach. She looked at her right hand, searching for differences. There was nothing that she could see. She looked back up, and there was a blue butterfly on the railing, sitting exactly where she jumped from. It lazily flapped its wings, by all accounts uncaring of what she might do.
Don't know if you're a guardian angel or a troll spirit, but thanks, I guess.
It fluttered away, probably off to make a tornado somewhere else. With some hesitation, she reached out and tried to rewind. Reality itself thickened around her, prickling her senses in familiar ways. There's the pressure, the reluctance, the compliance. It was oddly comforting. While the wind and leaves reversed direction, the butterfly continued floating away. She let go.
Figures.
The power was back. It really was all back. Had it been in her all along? Or was it this weird spirit watching over her, giving and taking away on a whim? It was all the same one way or another, wasn't it? She got what she wanted. There was only one thing left to do now. With quivering fingers, she pulled out the photo again. Its edges were worn, and the white borders had yellowed some, but the picture was still as clear as the first day. She held it with both hands so that it wouldn't shake as much.
I'm sorry, everyone. I wasn't strong enough.
She focused her senses. Its contours shimmer. Everything but the picture blurs away. Let this reality be no more.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you checked the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
That's my family, not me.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this, bitch!
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am, or who you're messing around with!
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I am so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Move the cart, grab the hammer, smash the glass, trigger the alarm. Everything the way it was. She was a nervous wreck as she listened to Chloe surviving the encounter.
How much blood is on my hands right now? It isn't like before. I know what will happen this time. I'm actively, intentionally destroying the town for purely selfish reasons. It's well worth the price, Max.
She couldn't even hold back the smile. Was she a horrible person? Leave everything the way it was, except one detail. She pulled out her journal and leafed forward.
Will 10 pages do? I forget how much I wrote before the final day. Doesn't really matter, as long as I see it a couple days from now. If I don't leave a note for my future past self, I'll be stuck in a never-ending loop of misery. Hi, Max. I'm Max from the future. She will ask you to go back to the Blackwell bathroom. Don't do it. Just move forward. Show her this note when it happens, but not before. Seriously, I'll be pissed if you let her die again.
She pencils it lightly so it won't leave a noticeable mark through the paper. The words take up a whole page. She felt her senses losing grip by the time she got to the end. She put the journal back where it belonged and her hand over the big red button as if she just pressed it. Hopefully, her past self would do everything she was supposed to do from here on out. A blanket of white shrouded her vision. In one moment, there was a bathroom around her while a fire alarm hammered her eardrums. In the next moment, she was standing in a small, nondescript room with a computer terminal and a door straight ahead. There was a weapon in her hand. A taser?
I swear, you're the most badass superhero ever.
She looked down, and there was a still twitching man on the floor. 2 more lay behind her.
Hello? To McFly? Why are you just standing there? Shit, did the feed freeze again?
Chloe?
Whoa. Hey, you said not to use our names in the field anymore. Least you could do is stick to your own rules.
She brought a hand to her ear and found some kind of earpiece.
What should I call you?
There was only silence for a moment.
Are you okay? This really isn't the time to fuck around.
I just,
The joy of hearing Chloe's voice was somewhat dampened by all the bodies around her. She'd obviously just tased them. Nothing worse than that, hopefully.
Dude, snap out of it.
Yeah, okay.
What is going on with you?
Alright. So, don't freak out. But I've told you what I can do with pictures, right? You know?
Oh, for fuck's sake, right now? Are you serious? How far back?
What?
You just used a photo to make this timeline. How far back did you go?
5 months. Why is there...
5?
Another stretch of silence.
Holy shit. You're mean, Max. It finally happened. Shit, it happened! This is the worst timing ever.
Why am I holding a taser, Chloe? Where am I?
No time right now.
Chloe's voice had become strangled, like she was holding back tears.
Please do exactly as I say. Look in your coat inside pocket, left side. You'll find a photo of us there.
Max started doing as she was told, but something under her coat stopped her in her tracks. Aghast, she stared at the shoulder holster strapped to her chest.
I'm carrying a gun?
There's no time for this, Max. Do what I'm telling you, chit-chat later.
Fine, sorry. Okay.
She dug in the inside pocket. The photo was right there, all by itself inside a Ziploc bag. They were both staring into the lens, serious and businesslike. She barely recognized either of them.
That's an hour ago. Jump through and tell me this word for word. It's time to say goodbye. I'll know what to do. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yes. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Just do it, Max. You're in danger right now. I love you. Okay?
There was a loud clattering noise on the other side, and buzzing and scratching from the microphone.
Shut up. Why the fuck now? Oh, God, fucking
She
damn.
kept swearing. She kept yelling and crying.
What the hell kind of reality is this?
Max stared into the photo. Just do what she says for now. It seems to be literally life or death. She tried her best to concentrate past the weapons and the bodies, and Chloe's explosive rage. Her senses blurred with astonishing ease,
Max,
and once
you
more,
take that for me.
she was gone. The camera flash went off, and Max blinked for a moment, disoriented. She looked to her left, and a raven-haired Chloe is quizzically staring at her.
Oh, crap. You used the photo. I thought for sure this plan was good. What happened?
She tried to get her bearings. They were inside a car, compact, sleek-looking interior. She was dressed in black from toes to fingerless gloves, and so was Chloe.
Chloe!
That bad, huh? Wait, how long did you go? Please don't tell me it's been days. God, are you okay?
Chloe's hand squeezed hers as she leaned forward, looking closer. There was so much concern in her eyes.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's not what you think. You told me to tell you this. It's time to say goodbye. You said you know what to do. You said you know what to do.
Chloe's expression, it just dropped. She shrunk away, looking at Max like she sprung a horrible tragedy onto her lap.
No. No way. How long? How long from now?
An hour, you said.
She took it in silence, leaning back on the seat, just breathing for a while. Max looked at the picture on her lap. It was so weird to see herself with golden blonde hair, tight ponytail, loose strands tucked behind her ears. Chloe's hair was done up in a wispy bun with side-swept bangs, black as can be. She now had a nose stud, apparently. They both looked so tired.
All right. Okay, all right.
She blinked and rubbed at her eyes. She looked at Max and tried to smile through the welling tears.
You've got the worst timing.
Max smiled back, apologetic.
So I'm told.
Yeah? How angry was I?
You were furious. I think you started trashing the place. Wherever it was.
Yeah, I can relate.
You called me Mean Max?
Chloe waved her hand dismissively.
Just our nickname for the other you. It's not mean-spirited. Look, it's gonna be tough and weird, but first of all, thank you so much for what you did. The note you left.
Oh, sure, I guess. It's been a long time for you. But I just did that.
I know, yeah. Holy shit balls. This just got complicated. Again. Goddamn time travel.
I'm sorry, Chloe, but can I please hug you? I'm just so happy to see you.
Even in her state of shock, Max could see a playful twinkle light up in her eye. She stretched an inviting arm.
Babe, we've done far more than that, so knock yourself out.
She glossed over what she obviously meant and went to her without hesitation. It was awkward to bend over the handbrake, but the hug was everything she wanted it to be. She squeezed Chloe against her as hard as she could, and she could feel the reality of her existence sink into her bones.
It was worth it. Whatever happens, whatever I've done, it was worth it. You've been dead for 5 months where I come from.
That's what we thought. We figured you'd show up eventually. Didn't think it would be this long.
Max let go reluctantly.
Why were you so mad?
Duh. I didn't get to say goodbye to Betamax. I've always known it would happen, but that doesn't make it any easier. But hey, this Chloe right here gets the whole hour, so it's all good.
Betamax?
'Cause she'd be obsolete eventually. Get it? It's kinda mean, but it stuck.
Oh.
She hadn't thought about it, of course. She had never given much consideration to the Max she overwrote each time she traveled to a new reality through a photo. This Max, she had known what would eventually happen, thanks to the message. What would it be like to live for months, knowing that at some point everything you're experiencing will be forgotten in an instant? It was a death sentence, in a way.
Chloe, why am I carrying a gun?
Explain later. You're about to go anyway.
Right on cue, the edges of her perception started fraying. She grabbed Chloe's hand, suddenly afraid to let her go into yet another uncertain future. Or present, technically. She smiled at Max.
See you on the other side.
Chloe, I'm sorry. Tell her I'm sorry.
Don't be. You saved me again, and she knows it. She'll only be mad about the timing.
Still.
Chin up, soldier. We'll get through it, okay? And hey, don't worry about the dye drops. They wash off.
It was the last thing she heard before a world of white swallowed her whole.
knew it when I met you. I said, this girl has the means to change my life. And I felt it deep enough to know that all I had to do was hold on tight. I built up my intention until I loved you so much that I could die. And even as my body fell apart, I swear I've never felt more alive. Now your photographs and memory, like I remember when you said you'd always be with me. I'm hoping that in some other reality, we're in your truck driving straight into my fantasy. It's strange to think how much has changed, that you used to lie next to me in bed, and that's incompatible with that funny kind of hole that's there instead. So carry me away somewhere with simple little stories left unsaid, so I don't have the time to convince myself I made it all up in my head. So what if it was destiny? Now there's nothing left for us to be. I will never take back what you meant to me. I was in love and I meant it for eternity, and I still do. So what if it was destiny? You never knew how much you meant to me. I wish I could at least have said I'm sorry. Lastly, love, I set you free. Though I still do.